Hi guys, Zach here with another Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a 4v4 match on the map Arena Valley Extreme. I'm starting in the top left position, playing as the Soviets. Now in 4v4s, quite often on Arena Valley Extreme, you do get players located sort of in the middle of the left and the right. And in this game, our other player is located in the middle left. And it's those middle players that usually get taken out first. So what's really important to do is just send infantry, if you're located behind them, to that player immediately before they get attacked, because there will be two teams at the bottom of the map who will likely attack that player. So you can see me sending infantry down straight away. I'm getting that ore refinery out, ore silo, and now I'm going to be building my war factories. And you can see green already sending some troops over. Not a big mass though, so that's okay for the time being. I'm just doing some scouting just so we can see who's coming. And we can see green and purple. And you can see purple has a sizable force. So it's a good thing I've come down because obviously that force would have been able to push through possibly at one point. And I think... yeah, he seemed to have quite a lot of stuff, infantry there, so he probably would have been okay, but better safe than sorry. Sometimes you can get like really big attacks early on, and I'm just selling off those barracks just so I don't get low on power. But you can see green was sneaking some infantry through there, and you can see purple's force getting a bit lower. And I'm just getting the rest of my infantry through. I'm not sure where Orange's ore truck is going, because he was going to the bottom of the map, it appears. Anyway, now I've got my double war factory out. I've only built one ore truck because when you're located quite close to your opponents, you need to build your tanks a little bit earlier. And we can see those infantry are very low on HP, and what this also does, being aggressive like this, is it's going to force purple to make more infantry. That's going to force them to spend more ore, and they're not going to be able to build as many tanks early on. But you can see they're getting the heavy tanks out right now, and I think those infantry are going to be made short work of. And now I'm going to start building more tanks. I'm going to bring my tanks down because you can see purple is looking quite aggressive, and we can see that orange has built a Tesla coil, which might be actually a good idea when starting in that position because you do need that bit more defense. And we can see that purple, I think he was possibly thinking about going round the back there, like to the middle, and then attacking from the right. But now he's seen that his base is in trouble, and we're going to take the fight with purple's tanks here. And you can see orange going into the base, so we'll have to see how that works out. But it doesn't look good for purple. It's 2-on-1, and he's going to need help from his allies. And I can see orange, I think he's going to go straight for the construction yard. And I'm just going to pull back a little bit while I build my third war factory, and I'm going to need to get some ore trucks out just to keep the economy going and make sure I can make use of that increased building speed that I have for my third war factory. But we can see that purple, it's looking bad for him right at the moment, and you can see orange is destroying his war factory. And I can still see orange's ore truck like in the middle of the map. I've never actually seen that before, where the middle player actually goes to this ore patch, sends the ore trucks to this ore patch. Anyway, let's see. We've got green here, and now green's bringing some tanks out, and we're going to need to take this fight. And I don't know if green's been helping the right side of the map. He might possibly have been, which means they're going to be struggling. So we'll need to take the fight to green right now. And we can see we've got the better tank numbers. Green's having to retreat back. This is Rambo, by the way, and he's going to have to retreat back into his base. We're taking out another tank, and it's not looking good for him at all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting my radar dome, because I want to see what's going on in the right side of the map. And now you can see us taking the power plants out. And I'm just going to start building that radar dome, and we're going to take, and we can see we're taking out quite a few buildings right at the moment, and it's looking all right for us. You can see he's got the tank well, he hasn't got the tank numbers, so now he's pulling his MCV away, which is a real good move by him. And now we'll have a look at what's happening over the rest of the map, and it's not looking too good for our team. We can see the middle right position is gone, and we can see that blue is in trouble. The middle right position is actually their team, and that's red. And you can see red's actually moved below, like to the bottom part of the map early on. But you can see our blue player right now is really, really struggling. I think he's just shouted good game. But we'll just have to keep on pushing across. We can see we've got a lot of Rambo's buildings, and Rambo's base is destroyed except his MCV, so he will be able to come back into this later in the game. You can see he's got a lot of ore trucks there. So what we're going to do is we're going to push right now, because we can see that Cyan is doing a bit of a number on blue, who's now out of the game, and now Cyan's going to move over to pink. So we're going to try and force him to come back down and attack his base in the bottom right side of the map. And now you can see I've got that extra war factory, and I'm going to need to keep getting that economy going. And we're going for his construction yard now. I don't think Cyan's got anything to respond right at the moment, but we can see that red is coming down to the bottom right position, and it looks like he's got a lot of tanks. So this is a big trouble for us. We'll try and take out this ore refinery just to hamper his economy, but I think Cyan does have another ore refinery just located at the back there, and there's just too many tanks there. I'm not going to be able to make it for now, and we can still see green in this game with his construction yard deploying it there, and we're going to get wiped out from this part of the map right now. And yeah, you can see now I'm going to have to expand to the middle part of the map, and I think, yeah, they were showing my construction yard there, but it looks like there's no one there at the moment. It was possibly from Cyan coming across the top, but his tanks are gone now. But you can see red is coming after us, and what I'm trying to do right now is I'm going to try and take out that power plant. So let's see if we can get that to go down, and it's going to be close, but it looks like they will manage to destroy my tank before that happened. But we can see pink coming now with a sizable force. And yeah, I'm going to need to keep on going. So we're going to send some tanks into support, but we can see that red has Tesla coils, and that's going to provide some good defense there. We can see that orange is going down as well, because we do need to try and take out this as much as we can. And I've just noticed actually that there's no point in building an ore refinery because I don't have any war factory. Well, I only have one war factory. There must have been an attack earlier on where I lost 2 of my war factories, and I didn't realise there. So I was trying to build more ore refineries, and then you can see my ore is absolutely massive at the moment because I haven't had that war factory production. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go for Rambo because he does have a lot of ore trucks, and he will be able to build up very quickly if we let him. But you can see that Cyan is coming in with his light tanks. He's got 3, he's got 3, 4, 5, and you can see red also coming in. So I think this attack is possibly going to be, well, it is going to be short-lived. So we need to pull back here. We can see that red is fighting with pink. He has got the better tank numbers for the time being, so we're going to need to provide some support there. I've now got double war factory production, and I am building my 3rd war factory to get that building speed back up to what it was. But we can see that red is bringing more tanks through. He's also got an ore truck there which I'm going to destroy because we want to obviously damage his economy, and he's got a Tesla there. Now that's a well placed Tesla because it's like sort of behind the river, so it's a bit harder to get at, but it still can fire if there's a fight in the middle. But we managed to destroy it now, and we're just getting rid of that ore refinery. And now we're going to go for these ore trucks that are coming across to mine the middle patch of the ore, because what you can notice is that the other team are confined to quite a small space, but we can see that Cyan has an absolutely massive army, and red has also managed to build up his tank numbers, and we are in trouble. We've got red coming from the left and sort of Cyan coming from the bottom, and we're going to need some support here from orange. And we can see that Cyan actually pulling back. I don't know if they were getting attacked from the back. And now I'm just getting that a service depot down just so I can build some extra MCVs. We can see that green are starting to build an army back up, and they managed to recover, and that's probably because they did have a lot of ore trucks ready, so it allowed them to recover very, very quickly. And we can see that cyan and orange, green are now working together, and it looks like we might have to possibly going to have to pull back because my tank forces are starting to dwindle. And yeah, it's not looking good for me with these, and I'm probably going to need to regroup a little bit. And also you can see me just constantly expanding to that middle part, that middle ore patch. And you can see that red are there in the middle, but pink's there now, and we're going to work together to destroy those few tanks. And it's just about what it is a lot about is just keeping control. We need to keep control of the middle to try and keep control of the ore. But you can see the their teams. We've got green, we've got cyan, we've got red, all fighting right at this moment, and now green's there getting quite a sizable force. Those are heavy tanks also, so they're quite hard to destroy and do a lot of damage. Whereas we've got cyan with the smaller tanks, which do quite a bit of damage, but they do fall apart quite easily. Yeah, we're struggling a little bit at the minute. It's just when we try and push in, it's hard because of the Tesla, but you can see that now orange providing some support with those heavy tanks, and that's going to change things quite a bit. And we can see he's going into the bottom of the base, and it's who do we go for? Do we go for green? Do we go for red? Do we go for cyan? It's a tough one right at the minute, and now I'm going to just get an extra construction yard out just to increase some building speed. You can see orange going for green's base, but you can see that green does have a sizable tank force, and we're going to need to just be careful. Right, so yeah, after I get this construction yard out, I'm just going to start building some more things. I'm just going to deploy it here for the moment. It's just to get that increased building speed so I can increase my ore refinery production to the middle of the map. And you can see pink doing some damage there. You can see green fighting, preoccupied a bit at the top of the map. So I'm going to go further to the bottom, and I'm going to try and assault green's base. And you can just see I'm going to get I don't know whether to get another war factory, or yeah, it doesn't look like I have the ore capacity right at the minute. But as soon once it looks like we're stacking ore again, we'll start getting an extra war factory and going to 4 war factories. But at the moment I've got bigger problems to worry about because we've got green and we've got cyan and we've got red doing an attack on my base. So this is bad for me. I've lost a lot of my tanks. You can see orange coming in to provide some support, but that's going to put me back quite a bit because he's destroying my ore refineries, and those are the ore refineries which are close to the ore. So it means my trucks are going to have to do more long distance mining. I'll possibly be able to redirect some to this closer ore refinery that I've managed to build. So that was probably a good move from red there, doing the attack. It just shows how important it is to keep control. And you can see green coming in now with a sizable tank force. Some of those are on low HP, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter because he's going to be able to destroy a lot of my heavy tanks that are coming in. Although I might just be able to hold if I'm lucky. But we can see that cyan is coming in with tanks also, and it looks like he's going for the attack on my base. And he is, and he's destroyed my ore refinery, which was closest to the thing, and now he's going for the war factories. And you can see how much I'm struggling for ore because of that long distance mining. But you can see he's destroying my war factories, and this isn't looking good for me at all right at the minute. You can see he's just moving around, and it's just those light tanks are so nimble, they're so fast, and they can get around really, really quickly, and they're hard to catch. You can see pink trying to give me support, and also orange is coming into my base, but it's not looking good at all. They're starting to take out, I mean, it looks like he's going on to orange's base. Fortunately, orange has Tesla coils, so that's not going to work too well because light tanks aren't very strong against Teslas. And now I'm able to get a war factory out again. And we can see green in the middle of the map, and they're seeming to take control right at this moment. which is not good. And now he's going for some of my ore trucks, trying to go for my economy. But you can see orange helping me with tank numbers, and we're just going to take out some of green's tanks in the middle. But you can see red coming in from the top, and this is looking a bit bad for me because yeah, those tank numbers are large. And it looks like my forces are going to be wiped out here, but pink also coming from the top, trying to chase those red tanks down. And it looks like pink has a good force, which is really important because yeah, I'm in a bad situation. What we can see though is if you look in the radar dome in the bottom right position, all the ore around that point has been used up. So what I'm going to do at this minute is I'm going to go for those ore trucks. Because if we can get rid of those, because those, well, the ore trucks are long distance mining, and if we manage to get rid of those ore trucks that are in the middle at the moment, then it's going to put the other team in a real bad situation. I think green's actually sending his ore trucks to a lower ore patch, so we won't be able to get those. But you can see cyan does have the tank numbers, and there's not much I can really do at this point because I just don't have the tank production. And I don't have, I probably don't have the economy either. And you can see cyan coming in for a final attack, and it's not looking good. But you can see pink is going for the attack on green, so we'll see what pink can do. But at the moment, it looks like my base is in big trouble. And you can see him just taking out those ore refineries. And what I'm trying to do at the moment is I'm trying to delay as much as possible and hope that pink can do some destruction, and also orange on those bottom bases. But I do think the problem is they do have Tesla in those bottom bases, which provide... Yeah, I possibly should have built a bit of Tesla, I don't know. In this game, it might have just helped me a little bit, but there you go. So, and you can see that red is actually using his ore trucks to block my ore refinery, so that's not good. It's just gets worse and worse. And now those cyan tanks are going to come in and destroy that ore refinery. And I do have another one building, but I mean, what am I going to do with it? I'm just going to put it down and like try and delay for the moment. Because if I put it right at the back, well, there's no ore there. And put it at the front, cyan's tanks are there. So at the moment, I'm just trying to delay as much as possible because it looks inevitable that I'm going to be wiped from this game. And now they're going for an attack on that radar dome, and you can see cyan just bringing more and more tanks in. I'm going to try and send some ore refinery ore trucks down and try and provide some blockage. But we can see that other teams have done quite a good job. They've actually taken out the economy, well, the ore refineries for red, so red has no more ore refineries, and I am out of the game. So now it's down to pink and orange, and let's see what they can do. And if we have a look down here, we can see that cyan has no, well, cyan's got no construction yards, red's got no ore refineries. So if if we can get rid of the red tanks and the cyan tanks, once they're rid of, it's good. It would just be 1-on-1. Against Rambo, who's playing as a green. But it looks like Rambo's in a... Oh, Rambo's not got a construction yard, so all those trucks are on long distance mining. So it's going to depend. The question is, can orange hold on? I think pink's base looked like it was going down, but you can see orange sending some tanks in there. And what you should do is go for the ore refinery, because that's the one, that's the... If he gets that ore refinery down, it would halt building altogether. But yeah, he's gone for the war factory. I mean, it's like, all right, getting the war factory, but if he'd got that ore refinery down, it would have meant that Rambo wouldn't have been able to build any more tanks after he ran out of ore. His economy isn't great, though. You can see how far those ore trucks are having to travel. And yeah, so I think orange is the only person with a construction yard now in full capacity, but you can see cyan are coming from the top, red are coming from the bottom, so they are... Can he hold on here? Is a Tesla going to be enough? And is his current defence with tanks going to be enough? You can see red pulling back. As soon as red loses those tanks, it's going to be like game over. And you can see cyan coming in with light tanks. Now, Tesla is quite strong against light tanks, but the question is, he's managed to destroy that Tesla because Tesla do have quite low HP. And you can see green coming in from the bottom. And you can see red also coming in from the top and looking to destroy that Tesla at the top. And it's not looking good. And I don't think it doesn't look like Orange is going to be able to hold on, and he's not, because you can see his tanks have been destroyed and his Tesla, and he's getting attacked by all 3 teams. So unfortunately he wasn't able to hold on there, because if he had, he would have been in a real good position. Now what I should have done in this game, I think, I should have, once I built that second construction yard, I should have moved my Stein construction yard, or MCV, into Orange's base where the Tesla was, and that might have changed things a little bit. But you can see a very close game, and yeah, lots of ups and downs. A pretty good one to have. Anyway, you can see Orange now losing last of his tanks, and then that small power plant is going to be easily taken down. Right, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.